I'm back. Last time we did some adventuring, I got a lot of fucking spells, epics and rares, which I should really consider the cost of the ink for those before I put them into a book. Arcane ink? What is it called? It was called like, I mean, I guess we can look up a rare. Well, that's a lot of rare spells. What about rare ink though? No, rare ink. Drop by Arc Evokers, or if I put 4 ink into the Alchemist Cauldron, if I put iron into 4 uncommon ink in the cauldron, it crafts rare ink. Or if I put rare spell sheets in the Alchemist Cauldron, there's a chance. It requires Cinder Essence. Drop from Ancient Knights, of course. And that's what they look like. Spawn in any biome, dropping netherite scraps. It is affected by looting. Well, ain't that something? So that's not easy to obtain. So whatever spellbook I make right now will end up being my spellbook for a while. Spellbook, 2 words. I can only really afford to make the ironbound, which is leather, paper, and chains. Put down this table right here. So like if I take counter, oh, I can take it out of the book. Okay, then this isn't even like a real problem. Like I can just take these out. Oh yeah, then this really isn't a problem at all. So the Rotten Spellbook will be my utility spells. And then we'll make the Iron Spellbook. Well, it says it's an uncommon. Oh, can I not? I see. Okay. So the Rotten Spellbook actually is pretty good because it can use rare spells, while the Iron Spellbook can only use uncommon spells. Ooh. Then these epic spells are too much. Oh, wait. I have a few uncommon spells, I think. Maybe. Going to cold is common. My lightning lance is rare, and I don't really use invisibility, so we can take the invisibility scroll out. And then write this in. And write this in. Now I can use this. Requires a target. Can I not use it on myself? I wonder if there's a way to cast a target, a spell like this, on myself. When the cast will hit. It doesn't appear I can do it to myself. Well, let's just try out this spell, shall we? Probably does good damage. This Scroll of Life, though, is pretty bad. And I can't use it on myself. You have Oak Skin, Summon Horse. We'll see. Does this allow me just to summon a horse for myself, and that lasts for an indefinite period of time? And do I need a saddle? I immediately ran him into lava. Spectral Steed tried to swim in lava. Well, it's a good thing I wanted to test how long that spell would last, and then I immediately ended it. There we go. Well, it says it like a potion effect that I have Spectral Steed for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, and he also has Summoned Horse for 10 minutes. So he probably lasts for 10 minutes, and he's pretty fast. So this is a pretty good spell for exploration. Alright, and now we can use my uncommon spell book. You can toss in Cone of Cold and Spectral Hammer. Cone of Cold. And that used its entire cooldown. That's amazing! Now what's the cooldown on that though? Breaks a 3x3x3 area of blocks. Range 12 blocks. There's a cooldown. Alright, this spell looks a lot funnier than it really is. Any other spell scrolls I got? Not any that I can really use. Then epic spells, I'll need this, which will require the hog skin, and the arcane cloth, which requires this around wool. Honestly, I mean, this doesn't actually seem that expensive to get. Also, like the druidic tome, I could upgrade the rotten spellbook into a 6-slot druidic tome. Also, the blood staff is a unique spellbook. Oh, that drops from this guy. I'm sure these guys are nether spawns. This also means that there's definitely legendary spells. Oh, and you can craft spells. Alright. Raise dead. Oh, there's a few different spells this could make? Or is this... Huh. Angel Wings, Blessing of Life, Fortify, Greater Heal. That one seems a little worse than the others. Icicle, Summon Polar Bear. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Lance. Oh, and at higher levels they're just better. So there probably is like a low level magic missiles, but this is specifically high level magic missile. Alright, that's pretty neat. I just don't have the supplies at the moment to really do anything with this mod, but it's neat. I'll give it that. Definitely use it as time goes on. Anyways, I got enough string and tallow for some candles. Alright, and now I'll need chalk. I don't quite remember how to make chalk, though. I needed, like, dust. I don't remember how to... Impure... Burnt... And then burnt other stone was by smelting. Okay. Easy enough. I need to smelt this stuff. Assumedly I have cobble. Assumedly not. I have no cobblestone, so we'll grab some cobblestone for a furnace so I can craft myself up. Oh, the horse also follows me. That's really nice, because most of the time horses just wander off on their own, which can make it annoying to keep them secure. Yeah, so that spell will be really nice. There's 12 cobble. We need 4 more. Definitely not the most efficient way to get cobble, but it now needs to make its way here. It doesn't teleport like other pets. It just walks. That's okay. We forgive it for walking. It is just a spectral steed. Honestly, I was surprised it tracked to me at all. So, honestly, good for it. I'm not going to complain. It's a pretty damn good spell for going around. Now, these spells do take up a lot of space, so the fact that I don't have a base will kind of limit the making of spells. Ooh, also, I don't have the nether, so I can't make golden shock, right? Because golden shock requires glowstone. Right. Wait, but there was sometimes when exploring, I would see bad generation led to the existence of... Did I leave my boat over there? I did. Why did I do that? Sometimes the bad generation leads to those weird, like, oak tree generations. And those oak trees generate, like, in the water. The ones I'm talking about. Crab. Apparently they were trying to add crabs to Minecraft, but we got outvoted by the armadillo. We, meaning I didn't vote. I didn't realize it was a thing. But apparently I would have voted had I known. So now I just need to find glowstone without going to the nether. I'm sure it's very doable. You know what? The Twilight Forest probably has things. And why am I avoiding going to nether? I don't know what's in there. I don't have a portal. I'd rather not just use my entire lava pool on a portal to the nether. Or, well, half of it. A quarter of it? Some part of it. Instead, we can go to the Twilight's Forest, which I know for a fact has glowstone. Yeah, we can also now brew. Wait, no. You need blaze powder. That's right. Also, this fire doesn't hurt you, which is very nice. Alright, where do we place our toilet? You know what? This looks like a quaint little spot. There's already flowers around it. So Twilight's Forest is a pretty neat mod. With the Apotheosis buffs, all like traditional Twilight's Forest mobs, I believe, will get buffed automatically, which will make them... Right now, with my equipment, I wouldn't even be able to fight the Naga. Probably just deal too much damage. Right, and the final step, the creation of a Twilight's Forest portal. Now this will probably lag as we generate an entirely new dimension. I'm not scared of the nether, I just don't... well, no, that's my bad. It's not that I don't want to go to the nether, like, out of principle. I'm just scared of what could actually be there and how fast I could really die. It is a dangerous biome. Though it does appear we got a pretty decent spawn where it's pretty open, so we don't really need to worry about being able to go anywhere. Always mark your portals. There is an end game biome right there. So we can't really go into here. So for those of you who don't know how the Twilight's Forest works, very cool mod. The areas are segmented off by achievements. So you can't do this biome until you do the previous biome and defeat its boss. And the way it deters you is this one does it with acid rain. But this is... Most of the biomes are pretty much just free to explore, do what you want. And then... Yeah, there's little structures like this. Like the maze, which hurts you to stand on top of because there are spawners in it. And it's a maze. It wants you to go through the maze. Need glowstone. Quick-minded, fiery... You know what? These just look like they have a lot of stats on them. I get slower, but... Mana, speed, toughness, armor, cooldown reduction, burns the attackers. That might just be because they are the Hydra pants. Yeah, you certainly got lit on fire. Also, I've noticed that I'm getting 2 hedge spawners every time I break a spawner. I think Ender IO is giving me spawners and Apotheosis is giving me spawners. So when I break a spawner, it gives me 2 spawners. I mean, that's funny. I'm not going to do anything about it. All right, you can put these things in your head. So these 2 spawned with extra effects. It's hilarious. I was hoping for glowstone because I think these can generate like glowstone dust. Maybe not. Intelligent night metal boots. Sure, nothing really seemed to change for me. Plus these have better durability. Anyways, I don't plan on really abusing spawners too much. If I end up abusing them and it's like, oh, but you have twice as many. If you had all these mods, you'd also have this many. So I don't have twice as many. It's just how the mod pack was balanced. Smile. But glowstone can generate in things like the mining hills and just like in caves, I think. No, I don't think in caves, but in the hills they can spawn. And now the biome is always at twilight. It just looks darker because it just happens to be a thunderstorm right now, as one can see. But it doesn't generally spawn like hostile mobs about like the overworld does. It spawns a lot of passive mobs, and then there are hostile mobs that are occasional. You can also mine pretty well because of the way that the dimensions work. I'm not sure if they ever advanced. You know, I haven't done Twilight's Forest mining since they added the deeper portion. But the Twilight's Forest already starts at a very low Y value. If you look in the upper right, it's probably hard to see, so I won't expect you to strain your eyes. I am bouncing around at like Y like 6 right now. If I go down here, this river is at Y0 and it goes negative when you get into the river. So it spawns. So this dimension spawns things like diamonds at sort of all Y levels. Pretty neat. That is a swamp. Is that the official swamp or is it just another? Yeah, this is the official swamp. That'll give you a really severe hunger effect until you have fulfilled the previous requirements. And then in there you'll find the Minotaur, and in the center of it you'll find the Hydra. And, I mean, the bosses are pretty cool. Is this a hill? Oh, this is a mining hill. It's definitely a hill. Oh, yeah, it looks like a mining hill. Or is it? Can't really tell. I mean, I guess we'll find out. We can go in through the top because I don't take full damage. Well, here's the glowstone I wanted. So these are like spires in the ceiling of the hills, so must be a hill here. And plenty of glowstone. I'm not going to do any mining right now because I'm specifically looking for glowstone. That's why I came here. So I'm just going to grab the glowstone and go. There are chests and stuff down there. Now the reason you hear music is there's probably a mob down there with like a backpack playing a music disc. I may not always have jump boost, but I have it for now. Might as well take advantage of it. And now we head back to the portal. Oh, but the Twilight Forest has a great, like, look about it. Whoops, I gotta channel the spell for a moment. This is a really good horse. How's his jump? Oh, he's got a good jump, too. Oh my god, and I can swim with him underwater. This is the best horse. We'll come up with a name for the Spectral Steed in time, but for now I don't have one. Look how fast we're cruising. Oh, so apparently this is just a modified version of the music being played by the bard. I thought it was a music disc, but... Alright. Can't right-click anything. Oh, there we go. Just a bit of lag. Anyways, we got 2 stacks of glowstone. That should be enough. We'll make some chalk with. The purple chalk you need crushed endstone. And red chalk you need Afrit essence. We don't need that for right now, though. I also need gold dust, but there's many ways of getting gold dust. Blood magic, occultism, Ender IO, mechanism. So yeah. Oh, the brush is also useful. 3 planks, 2 wool. I don't have wool though. Oh, plank, you're going back. We won't have the brush for now. So, I've been setting up occultism. Which is why I got the glowstone, the tallow, the dust, which should now be done cooking. So, I needed this to make chalk. And now I need to fire this chalk. I think I did it by just throwing it in here. There we go, white chalk. Now I also need some ritual bowls. And a gilded ritual bowl, I think. So, in your ritual bowl, is it just called bowl? Oh, we need sacrificial bowl and then a golden one. Alright. The golden sacrificial bowl is really easy because you only need the one. And you can jump that from circle to circle because that's always going to be the center of your thing. So you only ever need one of these. Unless you want to conduct more than one ritual at a time, but then... Ah, he faded away. Okay. Goodbye, Spectral Steed. Alright, so we're starting occultism. I need my occult book. There we have it. Dictionary of Spirits. Alright. Pentacles, rituals. Yeah, I know all this. What do we need first? Probably a familiar ritual because we... No. That creates these guys. We don't need those yet. Is it a possession? No. Binding? Crafting Otherworld Goggles is important. The Dimensional Matrix is of the utmost importance. But not quite yet. It must be a summoning ritual? Ah, the Folio Crusher. This is what I was looking for. I will need AVR's Circle, which will require 4 candles, a bunch of chalk. In that way. So 4 candles to begin. And you can reuse elements of this stuff, which you will see me doing quite a lot. I don't need the butcher's knife on me anymore. Not a bad weapon, though. So, I mean, for our first ritual, we'll just get rid of these. We will place our first ritual here. Apparently you can just use Minecraft candles for this, it looks like. That's a thing. Now the symbols on the ground that you are seeing don't actually matter. It's just you need white chalk and it will draw symbols. Whoops. This is what the brush does. It allows you to clean these instantly. You just right click on them and they disappear. Otherwise you gotta break them slowly like that. There we go. We have completed the ritual circle. So that's a circle known as AVR's circle. But we were specifically doing not the binding ritual, the summoning ritual for this dude. So we will need the Book of Binding folio, raw copper, raw gold, raw iron, and raw silver. So those 4 things that I need. The raw metals. I have raw iron, for instance, but I don't have the others. So what you do with that is I would take this and I put it into one of these circles and one of these bowls. Now we'll need to go on a quick mining expedition to get the other ingredients because, well, I don't have them. Also, though, I will need the folio. So this needs the Book of Binding folio. If I look up Book of Binding, you'll see that there are several different types. And what you do is that you use 4 white dye, book and quill, and purified ink, which is just throwing black dye into the fire. And this allows you to create the Book of Binding folio. Then you combine it with your occultism guide to create it with a name, to bind a spirit to it, essentially. You'll see as we go on. It's not too complicated. So anyways, I will need black and white dye. I know there were squids earlier. Oh, there's also those guys, though. Those creeps. Oh, there's a squid. Crab. So we got 3 ink sacs. Ink sacs become 1 dye, so we need more. Advantage of living on the water when doing magic mods is you'll always need ink for something. But we'll just sit around. There's a lot of things spawning in the water, so the diversity does actually hinder the spawns of squids, which you know. Yeah, it's technically a disadvantage, but it's like, to make the game more interesting, that's a very reasonable disadvantage. Dolphin, I will blood teleport closer to you. Oh, there's an entire pod of you guys. Thank you, gamers. I drive-by killed him. Oh, but you're using the pot of dolphins, so now they're playing with it. So anyways, I'm not going to collect too much right now. That guy dropped at least 2, so I will head back to dry land. Exactly 2, so that's that. We'll need a book and a feather in order to craft the book and quill. I think I have those. Do I not have feathers? No, I have books. No feathers. Well, I know there's chickens nearby. Don't want to execute them all. Maybe just breed some real quick. Are there any other alternatives to the feather? No. I don't have any. Oh, I do have seeds. Pretty sure there are chickens nearby. There's one. If you're the only one, I'm definitely not killing you. And I don't think I have any mod that just makes you shed feathers. Here we go, we'll just bring you down here so that way you're closer. No luck on that one. No luck on that one. Alright, well I mean that is unfortunate that there's only one chicken nearby. Unless there's more, and it's just that this is the only one I found, but I don't see any more in this little section. Oh, there are just some more squids. I might as well just... I'm coming through the area anyways, and I'm gonna need more over time. I guess the river's probably better because the ocean spawns all sorts of mobs, and then this just doesn't have as many. Maybe I was just getting unlucky earlier. Tentacle. Yep, we got a good amount for now. Now a chicken farm for feathers is probably just a good idea. So we have one chicken and we'll keep throwing eggs, and then eventually we'll have more than one. Get another chicken. We're across the water. Guys are producing eggs. Know it just in case for the future. I need you and you to breed. Now I'll get the achievement for breeding animals. There we are. Here, another chicken over here. Unfortunately, you don't get to breed. I need a feather more immediately. And now we return back home. Umbran. I gotta shoot magic at me. I don't want to put up with this. That's where blood teleport comes in. Good old blood teleport. Now we can catch some Z's, rest off the day, or rest off the night. I don't like any of those two either. Dang. Well, we have one feather. Birds of a feather flock together. They're like the turkey that stood in the rain and drowned. I didn't need 4 black ink, but I guess we'll just turn you into purified ink. Here's one of. Then we'll turn some bones into bone meal, turn the bone meal into white dye. There we go. Overall, I mean, it's not too complicated a process. It doesn't have a name yet. We do this. Can I cycle through names like this? No, I don't think it... Alright. So the spirit we've bound to this book is Breziertire. Or Breziertire? Thire? Breziertire. Anyways, I need a few pieces of metal, one of which was copper. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Just paused the game. Probably didn't look like much to you. Anyways, we need gold and silver. Deep slate silver. How'd you get this? Wait, is this thing... Blessed. It's receiving a fix from a random monster. Okay. You killed 10 undead creatures. Wow. Alright, so now I got silver. Now I just need raw gold. Which, again, I think I've ignored some gold, so there should be some down here. Not this way, of course. I meant this way. I meant this way, of course. It's one of these ways. Hey, creeper. No time to play with you right now. Alright, well, I feel like I was supposed to find this from this side. Yeah. Hey, gold! And a diamond pickaxe. Very nice of you, game. And a berserking iron axe. And an iron pickaxe that's just better than my iron pickaxe. Alright, well. Thanks, I guess. How convenient of you. Now with all of this, we'll swim back up. I really do like having just this pit into the depths, just right next to my house. So, put silver in one of these. Where it goes doesn't really matter. Gold, and then we place this in the center. Now we start the folio of the ore crusher. Just give him a moment. It takes a bit. Communing with the other side takes some time. I'd probably do silver next. No, probably just doing it in a circle. So, yeah, okay. Copper next. Should have known. A cyan rose. I better produce a cyan dye. And here we have Breziertire. So what you can do is you can just throw the gold to him and he'll just stand there. And it does take him some time to do this because, you know, he's just, I mean, he clearly doesn't have any tools, so he's just doing it with his bare hands. And when you think about that, it's quite impressive what he's doing. But he's taking that chunk of gold I gave him. Come on, show them. There he goes, and he crushes into 2 gold dust. It's using mechanism gold dust because it just uses the ID for gold dust. The ID name gold dust, but he produces gold dust. And gold, he's producing 2 gold dust per gold ore, so he is an ore doubler. Now, it takes him some time. And then you still got to smelt this dust. But as we looked earlier, I needed gold dust in order to make gold chalk. Now, you don't know what gold chalk's used for, but I'm betting you're astute enough to figure it out. I used only white chalk on this ritual circle, and there isn't really that much going on in this circle. But it summons this dude. So, as one can predict, you use gold dust as gold chalk as a second chalk type to get to the next level of circle. And then purple and red dust are to follow. Yeah, but he doubles ores, which is an important thing in a mod pack. Being able to get double ores and able to get dusts. Dusts are important. Anyways, I will also need a sheep farm. For something I need. I need to get animals back here. I can also summon animals, I think. Well, you can only summon some of them. But I'll get by. Don't you worry. I don't think you were worried. Because there's a different magic mod that we've been working on slowly but surely, storing mana for. And in time, hopefully not too long, I think I have enough stored to where I can do the basics I want to do for that mod pack. Or for that mod. And then we'll be able to get started on our next magic mod. As you see, I'm a very fan of magics. So I'm doing occultism, spell books. Though the spell books, I didn't expect to be using this frequently. This is a really cool mod to just have as sort of like one of your most known treasures is just... hey, yeah, you need treasure. Wait, actually, I don't really need a sheep farm if I have the Twilight's Forest has a fuck ton of sheep. And I don't need that much wool. Plus I have string now. I can create wool like that. No, it's not a big deal to make a sheep farm. Yeah, you'll see that I like these spell books things. I mean, this shit's pretty cool. That's the Gil Thunder spell. Lightning Lance. I mean, yeah, you can tell this guy, we've been sat here for a couple minutes just letting this guy crush ores with his bare hands, but... So he's not the most efficient. Something like Create would do this a lot faster. But we don't have Create set up right now. But there we go. I have Dust, Glowstone, Otherworldly Ash. I got all these spells. Ray of Frost Scroll at level 4 has a 30 block range, a freeze time, and does ice damage. But has a really high mana cost and a high cooldown. Magic Missile at the 8th level does 9.5 damage, costs 24 mana, and has less than a second cooldown. That's going to be a good spell. I mean, it'll be your classic Magic Missile spell. But for now, this is actually like a pretty decent stopping point. What time is it? Ooh, 6 o'clock. I've got a few hours until D&D, but I should probably do some other stuff in the meantime. Yeah. But I'm having fun with this mod pack. A few more episodes to upload to YouTube here. Everything is content after all. And I can also tell something about this mod is that I will need to explore for a place I will perform the Mahosukai mod, because for those of you who don't know it, there is something specific I would be looking for. And I can't see it yet. But I'll show you my dastardly tricks. I just don't have all of them set up quite yet. But give me some time, and I'll be able to... Oh, and there's an audio way of knowing when I found it as well. And trust me, you would have known if I had found it. But that will be all for now, gamers. Thank you for tuning in, and happy October.